Hi everyone, welcome to this module that is called What the Fuck Are We Doing? And in this training, I will cover what we want to do in our business. And it might be completely different from your current point of view and how most people see a business. But knowing this will change the way you do business and perhaps the way you look at everything forever. And this is a very important module of the training, and it will turn you into that top 1% of entrepreneurs who understand the hidden forces of business. And I think this is one of the most important piece of information that I have ever shared. You will make more money in your business once you will understand the strategies that I have shared inside. But most importantly, you will have a framework that you can apply to live the life that you truly desire. This is a very, very powerful module. So I want you to pay very close attention. And here is what is going to be inside. So I'll tell you why we do not want to sell products and what do we want to do instead. And then we will discuss this hidden force in business and how it affects everything that we do in business and how to align ourselves with this force so it works in our favor. And then we will go to creating a movement around the things that you care about. And then we will discuss how you can monetize your movement. And also, there will be templates that you will be using to actually apply this information that you are going to get inside. So you will have the worksheets to implement this framework in your business. And by the end of the module, you will have one of the most powerful weapons in business. This module is for entrepreneurs who have a desire to do something beyond merely selling products and services. And it is also for leaders who care about a cause or have a specialized knowledge on a topic and they want to monetize it, and especially through consulting or online courses. So it is absolutely groundbreaking information. Let me start by sharing what did we get wrong about business. And for many years I thought business was about creating and selling products. Just like any other normal entrepreneurs, I thought if I will create a product and I will promote it, some people will buy it and I will make money. And this is pretty much the idea of business that I had. So this is what people say on YouTube in different versions, and this is how it appears from outside if you look at any online business. For a normal person, here is what top businesses might look like. That Amazon is a platform that is selling e-commerce product. Microsoft is a company that is selling personal computers. Apple is selling iPhones and other electronics. The status quo of modern business is that you create a product, run ads, and expect people to buy it. And this is what everyone is chasing. And this was also my notion. I totally got it wrong. There are hidden forces in business, and understanding these forces might change your entire perception and your entire strategy as an entrepreneur. And it took me years to understand all these principles that I'm sharing through these trainings. Never realized that why some people become successful whenever they start something and some people keep struggling. And I was very ignorant to learn this particular thing, which I'm going to share with you. So I want you to pay attention to this one. The strongest force in business is not the opinion of an entrepreneur, but the burning desire that already exists in the market. So let me repeat this. The strongest force in business is not the opinion of an entrepreneur, but the burning desire that already exists in the market. Creating a software or creating a course is boring. No one wakes up in the morning to buy a software or a course. The market does not desire to buy something naturally. They are so busy in their lives and solving their problems. They are not just randomly thinking and buying products online. And one of the biggest mistake that you can make in business is thinking that you are an entrepreneur because you are selling something. Most people get into business selling $100 product. Their marketing strategy is to sell this $100 or sometimes $10 or $20 product to someone who needs it or convince others to desire it over the competitors. And there is a whole bunch of people who promote this idea. The problem with working in this way is that it is a very stressful way to run a business. And there are two reasons for it. Number one is it creates a price war. If they find a cheaper alternative, they will switch. So you will always sell the cheapest option available in the market, just like anyone else. But there is always someone who can offer a product like yours at an even lower price. So this is creating a downward spiral of price. And this is a very wrong way to position your products and position your company in the market. And 95% of companies are in this price war. They are in this red ocean where everyone is shouting out loud and everyone is trying to be the cheapest option available in the market so they can get bigger share of the market. And eventually this harms your mental health, this harms your self-worth, profits and everything around it. So it becomes very personal after a while. And I know this from my personal experience of running business for years. And another reason why you do not want to do that is you will never feel satisfied. If you are selling a product, you are building a transactional link between you and your customers. If your only goal is to make money, it can work for a few months. But if you want to build a meaningful business that you really care about, that gives you purpose and satisfaction, this model will always fail because there is no connection emotionally between you, your customers, and your product. The fact is, you do not want to sell a product, you want to create a movement. Entrepreneurs who create movements win the game over those who are merely selling products. And let me explain to you this triangle of connection in business. So, at the lowest, you will be someone who is trying to sell a product. This is where 90% of businesses are. They are only trying to sell products. And the way they are doing it is by positioning themselves as cheapest option in the market. Then there are companies who understand the value of creating a brand. And these are the companies who are taking care of colors and copy and the way they behave publicly. So there is this whole PR industry that is there. So creating a brand comes on top. And then there are companies who are very less in numbers that are focusing on building a community around their products. And these are the companies who are naturally creating a brand, who are naturally selling the product because these community members are becoming their loyal fans. And then comes a very rare breed of entrepreneurs who lead from the heart, who understand the forces of nature and they are willing and able to create a movement. And when they do that, when you start creating a movement, all the things that are under that happen naturally. The higher your intentions are in this hierarchy, the more natural it becomes to achieve what is below in this diagram. If your focus is on selling products, you won't be able to build a brand. But if you will focus on building a brand, selling becomes natural if you are doing it right. If you focus on building a community, you will build a memorable brand and it will sell products. If you will focus on creating a movement, rest all will happen naturally. And this is why this is one of the most powerful way to lead a business. Good entrepreneurs don't sell products. They change perceptions. They change the point of view of a customer. And thus, people do not buy products from them. They buy a future, a better future, which allows companies like Apple to sell iPhones at the most expensive rates. But Apple is not in the business of selling iPhones. They are revolutionizing the way people use technology. And I see all the funny memes about Apple selling expensive phones with the least features, and people laugh about it. And they love it, they hate it, but only a fraction understands why it still works. But how do you duplicate this in business? So let's look at some examples because my intention in this training is to give you the tools that you can apply in your business and your life. So here is an example. If your niche is vegan fitness, the product might be fitness app plus consulting. Now your movement might be around helping people live a healthy life without harming animals. And there are underlying values of this movement, that is non-violence, healthy living, conscious living. And if your niche is online business, let's look at some very narrow niches because A lot of times when I share these ideas, people think that their business is very unique and it might not work for them. But in reality, you can always find movement if you will go dig deeper into how you started and how you created it. If you have gone through niche clarity training, then you will understand what do I mean by this. I will highly encourage you to go through niche clarity module if you have not gone through it. So let's look at online business niche. So let's say your product is landing page building, and considering it is a very specific product. So your movement might be making sales easier without hiring a frustrated third party developer, right? So this is a movement around the biggest pain that solo entrepreneurs and young startups might be facing. And your values of this movement is simplicity, wealth, ease, and comfort. One of my favorite real life example of this is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a sales funnel building software. Software itself is a very boring thing, and nobody really wants to buy a software. But what they did was they created a movement around starting your business. And they gave this hope to people who wanted to start their business, but they didn't know where to begin. And they positioned themselves as the core product that people need if they want to become a successful business. And ClickFunnels has hundreds of thousands of customers at this moment, and it is not a cheapest option available in the market. There are many companies that can do what ClickFunnels does. It is a great software on the first place, but it is not the only reason why people buy it. People feel that they are part of something bigger when they join ClickFunnels. People want to join what they believe in and what they feel is worthwhile. If you can offer that, it will change their life forever. And this is the secret of creating lifetime fans and followers. So let's talk about how you can create the movement and how you can apply the principles in your own business. So below this training, there is also a worksheet that you can go through. Make sure you are using it. So there are three important elements of a movement. Number one is attractive leader, and most of the time it is going to be you. And then there is a new opportunity that people are getting. And then there is a future cause. And when you combine these three elements together, you build a very powerful wave in the market. A successful movement has these critical elements. A leader who can lead people towards a future cause by offering a new opportunity. Leader disrupts the old ways of doing things and shows a brand new way to deal with the same problems. But at the core, he's working towards a bigger cause, a better future for whoever joins the cause. So I want to highlight these three things: an attractive leader, a new opportunity, and a future cause. You, as a founder, is the attractive leader in business that people want to follow. Entrepreneurs who discover these powers never remain the same people. They become the minority who everyone wants to listen to. If they sell products at double the price of the market, people buy. And people go fly thousands of miles just to listen to you when you become that attractive leader. But to be that leader, you cannot cheat and you must walk on the path of example. An attractive leader shows a new method, a new algorithm, and a new solution to solve people's problems. And you hold this power. I have seen people getting scared of this power and they do not know how to use it and struggle forever with it. I see people who tweet about their cause, but then they stop doing it because they do not know that how to do it. Or they start making YouTube videos, but they do not understand how it really works. And unfortunately, most people fail to grow because they are either too shy or too arrogant to ask for guidance. An attractive leader knows the currency of business is not traditional money but trust. And trust comes from authenticity. To build authenticity, he leads with two values: clarity of intention, thoughts, and action, and vulnerability. Think about it for a second. When you share something very vulnerable from your life, do you feel weak or strong? A lot of us feel weak and we feel that people will judge us. But in reality, when you openly share the uncomfortable hard behind the scenes, people see you as a strong leader because it takes courage to be vulnerable. And brands who share the stories authentic stories with clarity and with vulnerability creates the movement. And if you look at Elon Musk or Steve Jobs or any of successful people like Sam Owens or Russell Brunson, Tony Robbins, all these people, you will find these two common values, clarity and vulnerability. People fall in love with you when they see that you have a clear, true intention and you have the courage to share things publicly. And this is why one of the most popular ways of building businesses is called building in public. An attractive leader understands the value of personal development and how it impacts his professional development. He learns, implements, and shares. And this is how he becomes attractive and stays attractive. He understands that attractiveness is not a genetic ability, but the quality that you develop by working on yourself. So, at the core of being attractive leader is you spending time to work on your own self. And let's talk about the new opportunity now. One of my favorite examples to explain this concept is Dove. So Dove in 1950s came up as an alternative to soap. Genius marketers behind this company never presented Dove as an ordinary soap that was competing with other soap companies. It was a revolution for customers. Dove was not a better soap, it was a replacement of soap, a new way to bathe and clean yourself. When you position yourself as a new opportunity, you are not competing with anyone because you are the only one in the market opinion. You are not a better software or a better program or a better course. You are a brand new way to solve a problem. And this is the foundation of new opportunity. And ensure that when you are doing it, what you are saying is true. It shouldn't feel a gimmick, but a real deal. And this is very important. You cannot present your software or your course or your consulting as a gimmick. And once you understand this, let's talk about the future cause. One of the core desires of humans is to grow and become part of something bigger, bigger than themselves. Once we make enough money, we want to donate to a cause. We believe in God, science, religion, and heaven, even if we have not experienced it. And all of this is bigger than us. It gives us meaning and purpose. And that happens with all of us on each level. I have purchased products to be surrounded by high quality people. I have spent money on products that were way higher than alternatives because I knew I was doing something worthwhile. When you are creating a fitness program, you are not just helping people stay fit, you are creating a ripple effect of healthy life in the world. And this is the future cause you are contributing to. And when you start talking about the future cause, you bring people under one umbrella, and this changes everything. One of my favorite person on this planet is Buckminster Fuller. He was one of the most visionary philosopher and architect, and this is one of his favorite stories. And this is the story of honeybees. Seemingly, the honeybee goes about his business of gathering honey. Precessionally, at 90 degree to his body and his flight path, his legs gather pollen from one flower and accidentally take this pollen to the next flower, resulting in cross pollination. The outcome of this seemingly an advertent accidental activity is that the bee contributes enormously to life on Earth. Of the 100 crop species that provide 90% of the world's food, over 70 are pollinated by bees. So take a moment to understand this. Bees are going to collect pollen, but they do not know that what ripple effect they are creating in the world. They do not know that they are one of the most important factors of sustaining life on this planet. If you think about humans, we have come long way in evolution. And one of the biggest reason that happened is because bees were collecting nectar and doing their own stuff. They do not have this purpose to give this human intelligence a life on this planet so they can explore space and they can question the reality and the brain and all the science that we have created. But in some ways, that has happened because we all are connected in this universe. And when you are starting a business, this is a ripple effect that you can create. You never know that you selling one product, you serving one customer, how it can change the life and what kind of impact that it can create in the world in so subtle ways that you will never be able to even find out that what you are doing. Bees do not know that what they are doing, but this is the reason we exist. We are all part of a bigger cause. Even in our tiniest efforts to create something on this planet, we are making changes in the cosmos in unknown ways. All we need is to identify which worthwhile cause we serve through our products and who will benefit from it. Cause is bigger than us and our customers. The future cause is what drives us. This is the core foundation of business, and by joining a product, people become part of it. They are not buying a product, they are being a part of a tribe. In a way, that is what you are doing. You are not here to sell the products, you are here to create a movement. So here's the movement planner I want you to make use of. You will start by working on yourself. Write your name and what do you want market to call you. This is very important, that how you want you to position yourself in the market, and then how do you call yourself, how do you see yourself. And then I want you to write down your top 3 values. For me it is freedom, abundance and service. And then which colors represent your personality. Then you will work on your human design personality. If you do not know human design, it's a very interesting way to identify what kind of personality we have. We have very selected sort of personalities. All of us have these different ones. So mine is manifesting generator. You will also find out more about it if you are one of them. And then what concerns you most in the world? This is very important. When you will think about it, and I want you to spend some time when you are writing this, when you will do that, you will realize that there are so many important things that you can talk about and people will relate with it, because it's not just your concern. You will attract the people you want to attract when you will talk about the things that you are concerned about and some things that you want to change in the world. For example, for me, one of the things is men losing their masculinity and doubting themselves due to hyperstimulation in the world. I feel a lot of people have gone crazy because we are too stimulated with a lot of things on social media and our lives. Second thing I care about is people wasting their life doing a 9 to 5 job that they hate. And it's funny that a lot of people do that and they do not know how to get out of this rat race. So I do care about these things. And then what excites you most? What is something that really change your hormonal state? Write this down. Is it travel, spirituality? Is it love, family, your relationship? What is that? And be open about it. Be very open, because this is where you need to be vulnerable. And trust me, this exercise will change your life forever. It's a truly life-changing work. And then, who are your idols? One of my favorite Stoic personality is Marcus Aurelius, and he talks about what would Zeno do. So Zeno is this fictional character, or maybe his actual mentor. So whenever Marcus gets confused, he looks at how would his mentor do something. I want you to look at personalities who you want to be like. And when you are getting confused, when you do not know what you want to do, you can look at the people who are already ahead of you in this journey. So for me, these are 3 people. And this will tell a lot about you, that who are your ideals, who you respect and who you listen to. Then once you will do this introspection, and I want you to spend time in it, you will work on this step 2, which is working on the new opportunity. And this is where we go materialistic, when we will work on product name and what problem does it solve for your customers, and what is the problem that exists in current products. So how you are going to position yourself as a new opportunity. You need to identify what other people are doing and why that is not working. Maybe it is working, but how you are doing it better. And then this betterment is not the positioning, but you need to present yourself as the new way of doing it. So here is an example of your new opportunity statement. The old ways of business is selling products and forgetting your customers. And here's the new way. building community and turning people into your fans and followers and live a life of freedom. So this is what I believe in. I don't think that business is about selling products and forgetting about your customers. It is about building those long lasting relationships that go beyond selling or buying products. And once you will do that, then you can come to step 3, where you will work on digging deeper into the future cause. What is the big thing that you want to change or you want to bring or create or solve? What is that big cause? What is that big ripple effect you and your product is making in the market and in the world? And why it is important? So write this down. Why it is important for them, and then why it is important for you, why you care about it. So you will work on these questions, and then you will come to what is the cost of not achieving it, what is the cost of you not working on this big cause. And I know these are complicated questions, and these are the questions that take some introspection from you, but beyond these logics and these excel sheets and financial statements, this is what business is. This is what turns an entrepreneur into a philosopher and a leader that goes down in history. And then the step 4, where we will materializing everything and we will create our game. So you will start by writing your movement name and then values of this movement. Freedom dash dash, fill it up, and then the funnel, that how you bring people to this movement. So I always recommend you to have this base on the internet where people can join the cause, where they can hang out with each other, they can interact with each other, and this becomes their home on the internet. In offline business, people have done it in schools, people do it in their local communities, but we are playing an online game, the great online game. And here we want to have this central hub. Okay. So there is a link below for school. And I highly encourage you to start this 14 days trial if you have not done it. And you can use this platform for hosting your community and bringing people together for this cause. And then you will write down your core services and products. And this is where people will enroll into your movement. And then the primary incentive to join, let's say it's a free course or it is a free ebook or it's podcast. What is the primary incentive? What are they getting? Then the primary incentive to engage. If you are using school, for example, in my community, if you will post more content, then you will get points, and these points will unlock more labels for you. And then comes the tribe journey. This is where you want to create a milestone for people, a journey for a new member from the point they join to be someone who is high in the hierarchy. So here is an example. They start as a beginner when they are starting up, then they become action taker, then they become creator when they are taking action and getting results, and then they become leader where they have audience who follows their advice, and then they become movers and shaker of the industry. Now this is specific for business use case, but you can also make it for fitness, you can also make it for relationship, education, and health and wellness and meditation. Anything that you are doing, you can always do that. But remember, you need to think from a bigger perspective. And then comes code of honor. Here are 2 code of honors that I take very seriously in my personal life. That be truthful, even if it hurts, it helps. So I do not want to lead my movement on a lie. I want to be truthful. Then customers are the biggest priorities. My customers are bigger priority than me or my platform or my team. Customers are on top priorities. So there are more code of honors that you can add. I would encourage you to have at least 5. And then events and activities. How people will engage. So let's say weekly tribe meetups and mastermind, that is for top 1% of members. Then YouTube podcasts, something like this. You can be as creative as possible. And I would encourage you to model this idea. Do not exactly copy it, but model it. And then in the end, you want to have a growth engine for your movement. How will people find out? So this is where comes social media like Instagram and YouTube and ads. This is where people will start engaging with you, recognize you, and they will be a part of you. But social media is not your platform. You cannot depend on social media to host your community members. So, this is where the funnel comes in through paid traffic or through free traffic. So, YouTube ads or YouTube organic or Instagram, all these are channels to bring people to your central hub. And this is where you are serving the people. Okay. So, this is the sheet that I want you to complete before you go further in any other trainings. This is very important program, and thank you so much for staying till the end, because most people have already quit. But if you will go through this exercise, and I want you to go do it right away after watching this training, and you will see the difference. You will see the difference whenever you will interact with people. You will see the difference whenever you will sell something. Your sales pitch will become better. Your YouTube videos will become better. Anything and everything that you will do in business will be driven by something deeper. You will be aligned with the forces of nature. And this is what you want to do. You don't want to go against it. You want to leverage it. Use the resource to map your movement and act in alignment with your heart's true desire. It will make you a better and richer entrepreneur. Without applying the information, it is of no use. Work on it, and you will be among those 2% people on this planet who live a happier life by making small shift in their thinking. Start right now, and I will see you in another training.